And then when the time that I went to school is when my mother said, Wilma, just go with her. So I ended up in a school, you know. And when I ended up in school, I freaked out. I started crying. And oh my God, yeah. And I started crying because I didn't know who this woman was. And she looked really light, and she spoke a different language that I didn't understand. So I started crying about really. I started bawling. And when I did that, I started up, everybody started crying. So anyway, but when my father took me, he was working right next door to my classroom. They were building the gym, and he said, "Teacher, na, ajajik sudat, muraguru mutoa, again, egil chen, amaukil chen. You're going to have to listen to her because you're going to learn from her reading, writing, and arithmetic." That's what they called it. They didn't call it math, arithmetic. So I said, "Okay, Dad." Was whatever my dad said, I did. So, and when they taught us, they didn't have any restrictions of you, whether you were a girl or a boy, a woman or a man. It didn't matter to them. All they wanted you to do is what they wanted you to do. So the first one there is you, even if you're 7 years old or 10 years old, you are the one that's going to do this, whether they had total trust in you. And I think we were building our home, and my dad says, "Okay, this needs gyprock." I said, "Okay, put it on." Okay, we started putting on the gyprock, you know, and that's how he would, you know, do that. And then he comes again. This needs drywall. I said, "What's that?" You know, the chaman, you know, you got a chaman. I don't know how to do that, Dad. Yes, you do. So he looks around. Yeah, you start right there. Do the corners first and all that stuff. Do the strips first. I said, "Okay, how do you do it?" He said, "Oh, you just do this and the rest is history." We had to do it, like, you know, and me and my sister did the whole house. So, and then we did it again, second time around, and the third time around. Sand it down. Okay, why? Because you're going to do it again. So, okay, and then the flooring and everything. So we were builders, and we didn't even know how, you know, we didn't go to school to build anything, or, you know, we didn't know nothing about carpentry, but my house is still standing. So I guess we did it right. So all these things that markers, huh? So that's.
Here's a black one,
Oh, thank you.
and another black one.
All right, I'll just need one. Oh my God. What a draw. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm going to do this. Okay. That's the body. Not bad. Just bumped it. Something like that. Oh God. Okay. She described that. He said, "Look at the tree." And I said, "Okay." And she said, all these little things. Oops, the other way. Like that. Have you ever seen that? Okay. They're not. Anyway, and then there's these little squares like that. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. And they're all covered here. If you count all these little bumps, there's going to be 28. And then with our cycles, they come in 28 days. So every 28 days, our bodies enter into that cycle, and they release. These little squares, if you count them, there's going to be 13 of them. If you had the opportunity to listen to Gerald Gloat, he talked about pretty well the moons. And in our Mi'kmaq calendars, we have the 13 moons. So when we did the moon ceremony at that beach, she gave us a yellow cloth. And in that cloth, she told us to hold the cloth and then wait for the tobacco. So the tobacco was passed around. I got mine and I tied it up, just, and I was holding it. And right away, I started thinking about my daughters. As soon as I finished it, right away, and I started thinking about their pregnancies and their children, And then I started thinking about my own sisters. I said, oh my God, I have these women in my life, So I started thinking about them so strong, like just scared me. Anyway, she said, whenever when you're done, this is part of your prayer. Think about a woman that needs prayers. Right away, boom, there were women in my mind that needed prayers. And I was thinking about them, huh? So she says to us, we built a sacred fire, by the way, and we went, and they had 7 logs going like that, like standing up, not like this, not lying down, but they were all standing up. So we had a woman doing that. So she says, as soon as you release that, scream out. Get that energy out. I'm not going to scream. That's what I said to myself. I'm not going to do that. That's not comfortable to me. I'm not going to do it. So I started praying. I prayed for the women in my life. I prayed for my mother and all the things that she has taught me. And I also prayed for my mother-in-law and all the things that she has taught me. And I said, oh my God, I have these 2 women that guided me of becoming the woman I am today. So I took the tobacco and I went to the sacred fire. In that moment, we had there was no moon. And we were doing the moon ceremony and we didn't have the moon. And I started praying. As soon as I put the tobacco into the fire, I screamed like that. I got scared. I said, oh my God, I feel good. I needed that energy to come out of me, that prayer. So I took the drum and he said, now we're going to ask Beverly, who is representing the Mi'kmaq territory, to start drumming. I started drumming, and I started singing. And then there was another woman, and then we were in this kind of semicircle. So we did the semicircle, and then we were drumming, and we were singing, drumming and singing, drumming and singing. And then all the women were going in. And then she says, afterwards, she gave us a cup of water, and she says, she did the water ceremony with us, and she told us, think about the water, and every single day when you're cleansing, whether you are a woman or a man, that water coming to you, close your eyes for a second and just stand there for a little bit and allow that water to come to you, and then just cleanse you and ask to bless you to face the day. So it was very powerful. So the next morning I did that, I did that in my hotel room, and I was just standing there. I didn't realize I was standing there for a little while until I just snapped out of it, kind of thing. And then she gave us blueberries. She had blueberries in a little cup, and she said, we're going to do the ceremony for food, and where this come from, and it's a medicine, it's food, and consume it, and when you consume food, pray, pray. So it was a very powerful thing for me. And then, when I started drumming, as soon as I hit the drum, the moon appeared, just the moon. It had clouds everywhere around it, and I was like, oh my God, this is beautiful. It was the most beautiful experience I had. Really, really touched me anyway. and learned a lot from it. So today I brought a smudge bowl, and it's well used. Anyway, and 4 of my of the medicines that that I will use. And when you're doing ceremonies, and if you're in a classroom, I know it's restricted. You know, it'll be restricted. You probably will say, okay, what can I do in a classroom? Children, you can smudge before the children even come, and they will know that a ceremony was done in your class. And if there's like negative things in your classroom, you can remove that. My little granddaughter had a spirit that she saw in my home. It was a woman. And she's fluent in Mi'kmaq. And I asked her, how come you're not playing you know, that, I don't want to call it the basement, but there's like a different level kind of thing. It's like a little living room. And their bedrooms are there. Mohoni, koichit. And then she strictly told her mother, do not tell me about it. And she was only 4 years old. So my daughter said, Mom, did Layla talk to you about something that's going on? No. She said, I think you should talk to her. And I said, okay, about what? But don't tell her I said something. She'll know that you said something. We're going to have to, what do you call them? We're going to have to make sure that she's not uncomfortable or whatever. Huh? So I told her the other day, Mamush, liega weg. Nadel dia mishka. No? Mishka nadel ni. I'm not going to play there. And I said, Koi chit, dad again. What's wrong? Come, ebidik. There's a woman there. And I said to her, when it go weg, okay, I'll go down and see who this woman is. And she's like this. She's right there, like, you know. And I say, Dami, dead? No. Dead? No. Dead? And finally it was the spot where she was. So I look at her, and she's like hiding upstairs, like she's like this to me, you know. And I say to her, what are you doing here? Get down, Nujij. Look at my granddaughter. You're scaring her. You're doing that to my granddaughter. And I'll tell you this, I'll never do that to your granddaughter. I will never, ever allow myself to put fear on a child like you're doing to my granddaughter. You should be ashamed of yourself. I told her that. And Layla's like, you know, she's happy, like her smile is coming up. And I told her, you can't stay here. I know what you want. I know that you want me to pray for you, but not like this. I want to pray for you with a clean heart, with a good spirit, you know, and with good thoughts about you. I know who you are. I know what your name is, because she described her. And so I said to her, you have to leave now. You can't stay. So I went over and I started, do it. We're gonna do it. And she's like, Layla was like this, Mom, wait, like, you know, and she's coming up the steps. So do it. And I open the door, so do it. But I promise you this, I will pray for you. And I will buy you mass. And I will always think about you, but you can't stay here. So my little granddaughter, she started jumping. She's gone, Grandma. I said, that's good. And the next time she comes back, you tell me, because she can't stay here. She's not welcomed here. So I knew that woman needed prayers. Her husband passed away exactly 1 week after. So she was like a messenger, huh? So my granddaughter took the medicines and I started smudging. And she had her eyes closed. She was like this. She never saw me smudge before in my house, but I started smudging her bed, her play area, the door, the corners. I started smudging. And she was really happy about that. She was really happy about smudging. And when I I did the presenters gift bags, and I did the smudging in my house, and she says, Walima, Walima, like, you know, she knew that I was praying. This is sage, and I love using sage. Have you ever smelled it before? So you could pass it around, and you could smell it. This is sweet grass. Cut a little bit.
Where do you get these
Number 2, Mark, sage.
Yeah. Oh, in the sweet grass too?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
and they have the smudge rollers. Number 2, sage.
And I usually cut a little bit of sweet grass just to have it in there, a little bit, not a lot. Walima of Negamoy. And they harvest that in the summertime. Cedar. This is way too fresh, but I'm just going to put a little bit of it. Cedar. So just going to put a little bit. And of course, tobacco. And you see this white eagle?
Yeah.
The day before I went to that conference, the day before, my husband passed away in 2014. So a year later, I went to this conference, and I dreamt about an eagle. And it was a large eagle, and it was white. The whole eagle was white. And I was driving, and then I saw cars pulling, stopping, and then they have their cameras, like they're trying to take pictures. This is my dream, huh? And I looked and saw there was this eagle looking at me, and it was like this, like that to me, just like on the side and like this. And then he looked at me, huh? And then I could see at the distance smaller white eagles, but this one was really large. So I said to them, I said to the people in my dream, stop taking pictures, stop taking pictures, do not take a picture of him. He's sacred. I think they're coming from heaven. They're all white. So the next day, I go to the conference, and they gave me tobacco, and there's a white eagle on it. Okay, this is way too, I don't know. So I told them the story about what I dreamt about, and they were really happy about it. So it's very sacred to me. I'm not even going to open this one because I always keep it. I had 2 of them. I used up the other one, but I always keep it with me. So whenever when you have a classroom like this, I suggest that, and I don't know where my papers went. I grabbed the wrong bag, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that home, the other bag. All my write-ups, I wanted to put it up on the, anyway. This side is going to be the east side of your classroom. this side, huh? Of course, this is going to be north. This side would be your north area. This side is going to be your south area. And this side is going to be your west. So you can take that into your classroom. But when you teach your children about this, and you could do it yourself, even if you're a non-native, it doesn't matter. Because I believe that the medicine wheel is us, all humankind. We have 4 sacred colors, and you know exactly what they are. They are, and say them in Mi'kmaq. Mi'kmaq. Wadaptik. Wabe. Maktim. So I'm going to put those in order, because here's our circle. See how beautiful I can make it. So east, north, south. Whenever we talk about 4 sacred colors, I always start out with the east because it's yellow. And then I go here, which is red. And then I go here, which is black. And over here, which is white. Okay. But with this, simply, I can light up our smudge bowl, and then start praying. And when I pray, when I smudge very simply, because we want our children to know how to smudge. So when I smudge like this. First of all, I remove things that are not part of me. Like I'll remove like glasses or watches or rings or whatever that are not part of my natural being. Anything that represents the sacred colors, I would wear. My moccasins, I would wear. So when I smudge, I start off with my head like this. So I smudge and I smudge. But when I pray in a way that I talk to God, my Creator. So I just say, Labadui Nunji. Labade Nunji. Bless my brain. Bless my thoughts. Because whatever I learn and what I know is for your works. Labadui Nunji. Dahwe Geji Gislogo the skill. Bless my brain or mind so that I can work for you. Then I go to my eyes. I say, Labaduin Bugigo, Kalaman, Dahaway Nemidu is Lago the skill. Bless my eyes, so whatever I see is what I can work for you. I go to my ears. Labaduin Situahan, Kalaman Dahaway Nudum is Lago the skill. Whatever I hear, I can work for you. Because whatever you hear, you learn. That's knowledge when you hear something. Labadui tun. Kalaman dahoy gelu sini is logo the skill. Bless what comes out of my mouth. So whatever comes out of my mouth, I'll be working for you. If only our children can see themselves that way, it would be a better world for them. Because what we want is positive things coming out of their mouths. Labadwin kamalamun. Kalaman dahoe ni kamalamun pide gatawin gesal kislugo the skill. Whatever is in my heart and whoever I love, I'll be able to work for you. Labadwin bigan. Kalaman dahoe gisi luwadum giskugudi kislugo the skill. Bless my arms and my hands, so whatever work I have to do, I will do it for you. Labaduin dinim. Bless my whole body, So whatever, so that I can work for you, my whole being. Labadwin katu. Labadwin katu. Bless my feet, so wherever I go, and wherever direction you take me, whether it's north, east, west, or south, no matter what the direction is, I can work for you. Simply, I do that prayer every single time I smudge, because my whole being is because I'm with a purpose here in life. The purpose is not for me, it's for our Creator that put me here and has put you here too. So all these things that we acknowledge ourselves as being somebody very special in this world, and you're the only one that can be you. You can't be anybody else. You could only be yourself. So whenever I see people, I see the uniqueness of every single person, and their knowledge, their words, things that they know, and people that they love. Every time when I meet somebody, they'll always talk about their family and the people that they love. So it's like I met a lot of people with this new position that I have. Beautiful people, and a lot of them are sitting right here, they're the ones that I met through my travels to the valley, and I've learned so much from them. And whenever they talk, I can. Oh, Miss Kay. Okay. Jay?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I'll show you how I smudge. And you don't need a lot for the nigga. You don't need a lot. And I always use wooden that's my sage, so fresh, I see you. And here's an eagle feather that was given to my husband and to myself. So when you're smudging, and if you want to smudge the area that you are in, the whole way. This is how I smudge the rooms. You smudge a lot of them. But I'll smudge it's a good idea to have a feather, but if you don't have one, it's not You see, smudgery, just if you feel that you need to, you can come over and you can smudge if you want. If you got it. Put it right here. So I'm going to sing a song, and you're welcome to do that. Do smudging. Put a little drink of water first. Kijk, jij is er ook een beetje, hè? Wat is je? It's gone off. We'll all be outside. When I talked about the seven things, that a lot of sevens are in our Mi'kmaq world, did you know that there are 7 cries in our lives, 7 days ago, 8 days ago? There are 7 worlds. There's 7 districts, you know? So even 7 generations. You always think about and learn about 7. I borrowed this from our elders. There are 7 worlds, and this one here, I want to talk to you a little bit about the Waptisking. I learned a lot from this one. Yes, when I was talking to you about my grandmother, about how she knew about the POW uncle and what she saw, she used this. The first world is the underworld. Lamkamu. And Lamkamu is where you plant, and where, you know, when it grows, we can feed ourselves. But we are laid to rest in Lamkamu at the end. The second world is Mother Earth. And when we think about the turtle and the moon and the women and how we're connected and in sync with one another, because remember the 28 days and the 13 months? Every single 28 days, our women went into the lodges and to rest for 4 or 5 days because they were in sync with one another. We cannot say we're in sync with one another now because we're so disconnected with Mother Earth. In order for us to do that, we have to connect ourselves back to Mother Earth. So, John, and this is the Mother Earth that we walk on the surface every single day. The third world, and someone is our water. And our water cleanses us and nourishes us, and is part of nature. Here we go. Us, isn't it? Oh.
I think someone opened the door.
Oh, okay. Oh my God, the fire trucks are over here. The fourth one, oh, 5 more minutes. The fourth one would be the sky. And every day we come here and we go outside and it just gives us so much energy and so much, we have all these spirits of everything around us. The spirit of the trees, the spirit of the flowers, the spirit of the birds, animals, everything. It's so much nature going on. Just walking outside, you'll see that and you feel that. The fifth world is our universe. And we're only part of a little speck of us. This world is in third in line. You know, so Aijiga, we're part of our universe, and we go and we see our sun. Esipu. And that when you see that in the morning, when you see that opportunity, our Creator gave you another day to live. And we embrace that day. We embrace it and we work. We work because there's 2 things you do. The only 2 things you do in this world is in this part here, you work. And in this part here, you rest. And the 6th world is the spirit world. A lot of our ancestors are there. So a lot of our ancestors are there, and this is where we want to travel. It's not me. And the 7th world represents women. It's the womb. And this is a very sacred, there are billions of people in this world. And maybe a handful of people have shared that sacred world with you. And that's your brothers and sisters. So those are the only ones in this world that will share that. Nobody else will. So that's so powerful when you see your brother or your sister, when you look at them, they have shared exactly the sacred place on earth, which is the womb. So just wanted to share that with you. Then when you look at the counting sticks, when they do the counting, they'll have like 3s, huh? And when you have them all in this, they'll all go like that, and then all the threes But there's also, there are going to be sevens. If you have sevens in there, there's going to be only 3 piles of sevens. So, our number 3 is also powerful in our Mi'kmaq world. There's the 3 ladies, the 3 old women, and the Gizigwal, which has a little, yeah. So these things have a meaning to us, a very spiritual meaning, a spiritual grounding for all of our prayers and all of our games and knowledge that are in our drums and in our regalia and everything that we do. So when you have children that you're teaching Mi'kmaq children, or Native children, you think about that, and when you embrace it, when you learn about it, they will want to learn too about their culture. If you're proud of them, they'll be proud of themselves. So I invite you, and I I really beg you to use that. Use those teachings in your classroom so our children will know about them, and that they will embrace their culture, that they will depend on it. We have our 7 teachings: honesty, truth, bravery. All these come into place, and you can take those and you can teach about them in your classroom and go in depth with it, and all the animals that represent those values. So I believe that our language is really, really important, and our values are important, and our culture is important. They can't be separated, kind of thing. We have to have them in our classroom. We have to have them in our community, and I'm blessed that I was brought up that way. I'm blessed that my parents knew. I don't even think they even realized how important what they were doing was teaching us, with all the culture and songs and chants and dances and medicines that they have given us. So, if you have any questions, this is your time. Go away.
So you don't have to feel like intimidated or judged if you're not an elder or spiritual healer leader and you want to smudge in your community?
I think, you know what? We all have to make those steps. We all, if we always stand, we want to do it, we'll always stand and we want to make that first step. Once you make a first step, then you're going to make another step. And then you're going to make another step. And then you're going to make another step. And as time goes on, you're going to say, I've learned so much, I've taken this in, and, someday you're going to be elders. And when you become an elder, you're going to be, we need our elders in our schools. We need our elders, and we need elders' knowledge, and they're the knowledge keepers. But we have to build ourselves to that, to get to that. And, it doesn't matter if you're a non-native elder or a native elder. It doesn't matter to me. You're still an elder, and you have knowledge. You are a knowledge keeper. When I visit the first time I visited some of our communities, like Goose, Cat, Bear River, and Eagle, when the elders came and when they sat there and talked, things went into my mind. Stories. Everybody had a story, and it should be written and documented. We live in we're so fortunate that we are here, in this conference. We learn from one another. I didn't know where Wildcat Reserve was, and I'm pretty sure some people didn't know where Eskasoni was. But with these conferences, they bring us together, And once we know one another, we learn from one another, and we share our stories and share our knowledge with one another. You know where it's going to go? It's going to go to our kids. It's going to go to our kids who are going to be our leaders someday. I think that's very important. So, Thank you very much.
Here's your gift that you already packed.
Thank you.
Nice to see you too. I miss you guys.
I miss all of you.
Beautiful presentation. See a lot of nice seeing you. Nice seeing you.
Yeah, and I can write a lot. But I'll give it to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, it's so nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that and I'll send it to Twyla.
All right,
I just thought of a question.
One of the sacred colors.
The represents Jesus. That's what she told me. But a lot of them not really something to do with spirituality or spirits. Something to do with the spirits. But you know what I forgot to tell her? I forgot to mention in Unkish, Herman and Medicine Bag. I was going to talk about that. You know what was in the medicine bag? There was a little Flintstone. Jujua, one corn. Bagosi, medicines were in there. Tobacco, was in her medicine pouch. Then we bought you marmalade in our corn because still the last I can grow my food again. The last is Mujia, Zilda is Bukdo. You know, the other one, those things. The last is Gizim this one, no Senate. She had that little pouch of she had that Flint corn. We were so Bagosi, Tamawi. Because I was wanting to go, what did we get from it? And then she opened it up. She said, I usually don't open it up, but I want you to see what's in there. Yeah. So you need to see that.
It was cool. I didn't know what you get on with you, Doc. I will sit up.
Yeah, we could sit and listen to that for hours.
That's good.
Part two, okay, let's start part two.
I know the papers, I wanted to go down. I don't know what I did, I put them in the wrong bed.
No, you didn't need anything.
Oh, yeah, go right ahead.
It was so intriguing.
You want to go to the
More of our young girls need to hear. They need to appreciate it. Absolutely.
Because they're the givers of life, huh?
They are, but there's so many of them have a lot of these self-esteem issues and
Self-esteem
body image issues and
yeah.
don't like their bodies. That's like us to hear this and to So is it a shell?
Yeah. No, it's a shell. So what I'll do that, after I'll take that outside. Oh, it's tricky. So let's go with all our prayers, all the smudging that happened here. I'll throw it on both sides of it. All the prayers and blessings. Manitoba. She had a daughter.
Oh, okay.
She has long hair.
So you're teaching?
Yeah, I took Diana.
Megan.
I met you at the eye doctor, I was there with my
Yeah,
kid.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Anna
right.
May or Annie?
My Diana?
Yeah.
She's my old.
Does she do ceremonies?
The
I don't know,
girls.
I was just wondering, because
My other daughter, the youngest one, she went to Medjugorje, Bosnia. Yeah, she just left yesterday. And my grandson, Jesus.
She was powerful.
Yeah, yesterday.
You know what?
I was supposed to go and,
Oh.
unfortunately, my husband and I were supposed to go.
It just makes you want to know more and
He told my daughter, you know, when the police can be, this is my grandson.
Eileen and I were just saying, it's like, what you don't, does it recognize the text number? So, isn't it only small?
I didn't hear from him yet. This is sweet, yes. And what happens when you try stuff like this?
They have
You should have a little bit of, we don't have to use it.
Because when they see the wheel,
Go to Paula.
there's white,
Oh,
red,
go to
black,
Pilates, like I said,
and
the
yellow.
other two.
I represent
But,
young.
yeah, you take it at home. When you try
For all
some,
these 4 weeks,
sometimes
must
solid dry,
stay in it.
kind of.
You can't take one piece of it. So if you do, then you break the circle, and then the world can
Again, yeah. And then if it goes like that again, you put it in water again.
because we need it.
I love the smell.
So if you taste it, just you get it. And certain times of year, you
Well,
they don't grow, it just grows.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they don't.
oh, yeah. And sometimes you could smell it, like you'll drive.
Drive by, anyways.
I bet you it's there.
It's almost near the water area, almost like not swamp area,
Like a pond there.
but a pond area. You could smell it driving by. But it's how you pick it, that's how it is. Any different?
Thank you again. Thank you so much.
Any
And now it's
we're all related.
Yeah, she's my sister-in-law, and these are my nieces.
I'm so sorry about that.
Somebody,
Thank you.
You know where she is? I can run you.
turned out good.
Turned out good. Yeah, for sure, yeah. Someone,
Esatto, stare sempre.
You done out, Sarah?
Huh?
Are you done out?
No, the almost spotted out.
Oh, okay.
Just one question, is it just?
Yeah.
Or is it spark itself?
No, just a leaf, just a leaf. That's what I harvested.
I wasn't sure, because like, my uncle used to be able to do things with the cedar.
Yeah.
logs and stuff, right? And he always says something for that, so I was
Yeah. For sure with that. That's knowledge, huh?
Yeah.
Well, all-
So I wasn't sure, because I always, with him, and the copy, I was a wood factor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. Yes. I think there's some places that you can get that from. I'm not sure, because I didn't have the resources to go get it. Yeah, so I asked an elder, can I
Where you
use
got that from?
his tobacco? She said, yeah.
Valley.
Oh, okay.
Well, now,
Right
Fred,
down.
Fred, då Fred, Aida, which you did you know? Då Hawaii, John, even to me, this is so much. Celia. Celia Poledala, Umari. Celia Poledala. So, aí junto de lá, Léo, que
No, I'm
Relations?
I don't know that. If I get we get, my mother was a Tony. My grandfather was a Tony, and my grandmother was a Laverne, but she adopted everything. Like the fall, and then mom, and then
Yeah.
Oh.
and my grandfather and my grandmother, they both had sisters and brothers. One brother and my grandfather and his brother. Same sisters. The two brothers and two sisters.
Yeah.
And that's how we get the double-sized cousins, you know, like
Yeah.
double whammies.
Yeah. Ayaw tingin ka?
Yeah.
What the down eh? Who that is?
Yeah.
Who that color?
Aí, John. Minua escolhi ninguém. Uiga mamma nanta.
What does he mean?
Moho, wanda asian e pepper di ko, wanda asian ki ko bigyan. Mami, parang ki. Minua bag ni bigyan na na mo. Kaya mi kaya nada bigyan. Shkinen. Ora, miska hayvan çıkarmam. Demi, Vina.
Yes, it's nice, really nice. Well, yes, just yesterday I got the first cut of it and it really went well. Just gotta fine tune it now and then use it to use. I cut some 2x6 in it as well.
Video
press nearpod.com if it's not set up. Yours is set up already. Yours is set up. Near, Nearpod. Some of you, I already set them up. Once you're on that screen, you'll see two lines where it says, join a lesson, enter code. There's the code up there, LPJMX. LPJMX. That's the code you enter. Underneath where it says enter code. LPJMX. If you're using a phone, just know that we will be controlling your phone. We will not have access to any information in your phone. You can use your phone. You can use your Wi-Fi. But we will have access to your phones. We will be scrolling the screen. Where's the line? You want one AirPod? Okay, I'm gonna exit the screen. I'll sit on the top right here. Let me drop the code. So if you need to enter, you'll see the code. You know, a tech person. I'm not the tech. Okay, we're good. On the tech. Here, I didn't go too. I have. If you don't take it, yes, please use your name. First name, we don't need your last name, we don't need any information, no banking information unless you want to share that. Like Hunter. No, you go nearpod.com. On the top, like us, you nearpod.com. Did you, once you join the lesson, just press your name. Well,
It's
where?
hard, it's why. You want to make it easy.
You went into sign up. Cool.
See, remember some of you were here last year, right? Last time that I did
You
a
created a
presentation,
free
or
trial.
something new to me.
Okay, now it'll just open up your
And it
name.
was just a simple little bit, but Pollyanna took their names, and it was something that was new. And this one here, Blair called me the other day and said, "Can you do something similar?" I said, "I probably could." So I got a hold of them, this part, I explained what I needed, and it's something I never done before. So it's not hard for me, sounds easy, simple, especially if you're a teacher, and I'm not. Sure. Anyway, the idea of this project is to enable people to work with elders in the classroom. Remember at the symposium a few years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, one of the sessions was working with elders in the class, and I think it's just only presented that, and since then, I've been looking at and talking to elders who have been involved in their classroom settings and where they presented programs and important with the language, because that's where we have to go. To learn, to understand, and to know the words. But we're looking at words, I'm looking at statements. A Mi'kmaq word is a statement, not one word, it's a whole statement. And we have seen a lot of corruption in our language because it's traditions and how people have used it and not really understand. So they just went on and used the word the way they heard. But now let's look at the some of the words and see if it's actually serious. Okay, the very first word, I think it's not okay. Syzygy, what is that?
A bird.
Use it to mean what?
Small bird.
Huh?
Smaller bird.
Smaller bird.
Who all agree with that? Small bird?
Bird.
Okay, let's look at some of the words that has that, eh? What other times we use syzygy? Huh? Which one do we do? Limited. We say syzygy, and in my opinion, we don't see any part of fish in this word.
On there, that you have projected up there.
When you say syzygy, you don't see any part of the fish. And if we agree on one thing, that the Mi'kmaq language is distinctive and descriptive. And that was my first presentation last time, was descriptive and distinctive. If it's not that, then we can say that word is corrupt. Corrupt.
I didn't want to read you after one.
1000% lie. Will it be clear?
There you go.
How's that? How was that? PDF, nothing
You
is
just have to put it up. Okay,
Is that okay? Mako?
that's okay.
Yeah, that's better.
We said that syzygy means fish. And I looked at that and I couldn't see fish in that word, as in not used anywhere. It's just that we assumed or we take it that it means fish. But let's look another word that it says widow. How do you say widow in Mi'kmaq? Sea goose. It says that sea is there. And widower. Siguak. Again, it shows. What's the relationship on these two words? Sigus, Siguak. Sigus is a person that has lost his partner, right? And Siguak has lost his partner. So there's a partner missing. Okay, some of us may know or understand the next word. When we refer to my partner or to my mate for life, how do you say it?
Sydney.
Huh?
Sydney.
Sisibem. And Sisibem. And that's, your partner. But it's not just a partner, it's a life. It's your partner for life. Sibir, all that is si means long time. For life. I asked one time about this CCBM, and this is what I was told. I won't say who, but this person was very, he understood very much of our language. And he said that when you go, say you went out on a hunt, and you shot or got a bird, say a bird, and it may have been, say a geese, you got it, you took it home. On your next hunt to say there, you would be sisibawega. You would be going after the mate to that. So that's the only word that I saw where the bird is involved. Sisipila, the mate to that. And that's how we got the word to mean a bird. Sisibawega. So somewhere in our language, we need to look at the words from traditional, the way we take a word and use it every day and think that's what it means. But if we explore it a little further, we may find out that it doesn't mean that. And what we come up with is Islias. It could be something else that we don't know, and that would be the truth. So a little later on, we will do some exercises, and we'll leave that part there for a while, and then go to the next one. There's another one. We look at mimage. What's mimage? Fish? Like what fish? Digging. Kado na kado. Beju na beju. Amlama. Not. What's mime anyway? That first part. Huh? Fat? More like oil, huh?
Yeah, slimy.
So the one that contains oil. And mimage are the ones that we get to extract oil. And there are various fish that are considered mimage. You take a porpoise and whale and a few others that were considered, that fell into that category. And we call them, or we express them as mimage. Those are the ones that you would extract oil for commodities like lamp, torches, and those ones, like we even use them for clearing the mimpagado, somewhat. Mimpactus peruidment. Probably that's where membership comes from. Mimpactus. It's when you're spearing and you drop a fish oil, mimade. That's what happens. So that's another word. There are many, many words like this, but we need to look at them seriously and see if they are what they are. It could be entirely different, and we need to find out what's the truth and what's.
It's like a category, right?
Huh?
It's like a category.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
fish
And
are.
you did list all the fish that are mimage.
There are very few that would be considered mimage because they don't have enough. The ones that they were used widely was the porpoise, and those, that they actually extracted a lot of oil for your winter lights and winter oil. But the oil that comes from the fish is not the one that you use for waterproofing. You use something else because it's what do you call when it's the water mixes with it, and the water kind of cuts it. You can, if you put oil, fish oil into a boot or something, and it's just only going to be light, so it won't, you can't actually waterproof it. I've tried that. Okay. You know, like a lot of times now we look at words that the kids are using, and we need to be aware of that. So sometimes I hear them saying, "Stoning dwelly." Stone. And instead of saying nibuktuk, another word for woods, they would say stoning.
Well, when you say stony brook, it only means one tree.
We don't mean, yeah, we were talking about balsam fir,
Yeah.
not just one word, one type of wood. Stony, stone amitu. But they generally say stony to me, you know, they're talking about going
Nibuktuk is
into.
everything.
Huh?
Nibuktuk is everything.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, let's look at the you know, like our ancestors, our people were able to develop new words so fast because they had this understanding. And today I hear people asking, what's the word for this, what's the word for that? And it's very hard to say this is the word because we don't have such a thing as a word. We have a statement of many words. Say, for instance, we have one.
You know, you spell it, so don't mind my typos.
Okay, when the Europeans first came here, they said like they brought a cow, and people didn't waste time in naming it. He said, "Wenjidia," simple as that, and everybody agreed, and that's what we call it. There was no question about that, Wenjidia. And then they saw another thing they brought was say groundnut, but or a turnip. They brought a turnip that looks very similar to what we already have. So they called it Wenjusabegan. So they had no difficulty in developing a name and developing new words.
But it's French.
Huh?
The first part is French. When you say Wenju is Wenju is French.
Yes, French turnip.
Yam is French moose.
Yeah, French moose. Yeah, they just, because that's what the French brought, their moose. So when they identified, and that's what we call it today. And they developed words to identify them, and they were distinct. And one of the things that I find most difficult and corrupts a lot of our words is the guttural sound that we have, and a lot of the people forget that, or they don't want to use it anymore, and I think that is because it's too difficult. And say, like, we often hear people not saying moe in let's try to say wayo or anything like that. They won't be able to say it. They would say moge. In other words, they have a very difficult time to say.
They're lazy.
Huh?
They're lazy.
It's just difficult. That's what, in the beginning, when the colonists first came here, they had the same difficulty, and then I guess our people had that much respect. So they said, you know, say it that way. That's okay. Don't argue with that. You know. Then we acquired words, and we just said words in that way, so that we can communicate. But you know, there are many, many words that now are used, and they don't mean anything. And in the beginning, we said that the words Mi'kmaq language is distinctive and descriptive. And one of the things about the Mi'kmaq language is that you can learn from it. You can develop skills from it, life skills, name of wood, name of animals, name of plants. I'll give you one word that is not a difficult word, but I'll say it, and then you try to tell me what it means. Huh? Wasuwalawapsk. Wasuwalawapsk. Anybody?
What is it?
Wasuwalawapsk. Huh? Well, most people say it's a plankton. You know that they say it's a plantain, and when I was working with a group, I said it can't be, because that was used 500-700 years ago, and plantain came only in 1800, the one that you're talking about. But could it be a leaf that you use to, what's well it called? Simple as so, it's a large leaf that you use, could be any leaf. But they said no, it's plantain because somebody was using plantain, and they said that's what's well. Now they would swear that and take me to court for saying that's not it. Huh? The pine. Yeah, the plantain too. But plantain, as we all know, if you look at it, it was introduced here around, what, 1800s? Yeah, plantain, plantain. Huh?
It's a species that.
Yeah, it was brought in by the ship and it grew everywhere. They just migrated. So it couldn't be that. So, and simply what's all of us means, what's all it could, and that's what you use. So many of our words are like that. So we need to look at them, and that's why we say historians, because you need to, a little later it'll be clear. Okay, one of the things that would be very helpful, that is when we bring in the elders into the classrooms, that we help them, assist them with the new technology. Like right now you have that thing. Okay, you know that the children or the students or the kids are not going to sit around and listen to people and me just talking unless they have something that they can relate to and interact. And one of them is your cell phone, iPhones, that's what they use. And then they use systems like this. So if we can integrate all that and work with that, with the elders and the students and the teachers, all working together. Because the elder like myself can't see, I don't have a clue out around those things, but you do. And by offering these services, they could be a very important asset, because then they can actually, what do you call it, give you something that, you know, you transform ownership. They can actually pass it on to you. Not just words, and then you have this thing and then they copy what you say and then you try to remember it. But something that they can, it's like hands-on, something that they could actually use. We will show a little later on how that's used. All right. And a lot of the other things is Sheldon, no answer.
Oh, wait.
Listen.
That's what they wanted.
Okay, then we're going to go with that, huh? Just to show how you work with students in the classroom.
So, on your iPad, what does it mean to you?
See, that's where the help comes in, to come in with this, how
If
do
you
you
ask
actually
him a
write
minute
this.
to answer it.
Remember this, we put this up one night, we only had one night notice to do it.
So if you got an answer, press submit.
No.
Mahoya, what does it mean to you? Don't be really that loud.
Well, it's an app doing something.
Gee, the answers are coming in.
I didn't show the
100%.
students'
We need
names.
100%.
We've got 53%, yay.
One more. No way.
But I'm not going to show the names, I'm not gonna be that cruel today. Not today. Somebody,
I was on the telephone.
Somebody's not answering. You find out who.
let me see, somebody did not
That's the
answer.
benefit, that you can know
Oh,
who,
they-
in your class, you'll know who's not responding.
There's two that haven't responded yet, or are not online not allowed to get.
Not online.
Here too, you too?
Yeah.
She's on Google right now.
See? See what happens with this? Point the finger, no. See, another cool feature with Nearpod is I could hide the name so that the teacher would only be the person to see the name, so not to put anybody on the spot. Also, I can tell if there's 15 kids in the class, if they logged in, if I click on the name and it turns red, I know that student came out of Nearpod and is doing something else. So they're either playing Candy Crush or whatever, so I can see who's in and out of my classroom. So if I just look at it and I notice the name is red, I can just casually go up to them and say, go back into Nearpod, wherever you're at. But I don't point them out and do whatever, but. So let's see the responses. 87%.
Okay. Huh?
We'll save that. We'll save that. Let's
It
save
stopped
that one.
snowing.
Literally. Let's leave that. How do you spell
Stopped
it?
snowing. It stopped snowing. And Pesana is snowing. Kangayako is stopped. That's what we look at in Iliad.
Tapos kumiyang na. Oh.
They're very distinct in that. When the clouds come in, there's no more snow. We just saw that, a lot of rain but no snow. Okay, of 93%, who's the 1%?
I'm not going to look for that person, but we'll look at the answers.
Okay, no way, no, I don't know. As you know, you're not doing that. No, no way, no answer. Ooh.
I'm not going to show.
Okay,
Most things, do I know it? No way. I
Okay.
don't think so.
Oh, okay.
okay, let's look at the word then, huh?
Okay.
Okay. Let's look at the word mo-e. Mo-e. If I said e, what am I saying? Huh?
Yes.
Yes? What if I say mo? No, then mo-e is what? Huh? Not yes. Not yes. So we know now, we have some clue that in our language there's a little negative. It's not positive, but if it's not positive, it's no. So we speak a little different.
Speak
All
more
right.
positive, but
Yeah.
we just said not yes.
We don't say no, we say not yes. It's more.
It's more positive.
Yeah, it's so if we're using this kind of a system and understanding and working with the language and trying to help to now, what did you understand from that? Everybody said no. That's the English way. That's not like that's the English. But if we were to literally translate, if we try to translate it, we understand. We've learned something about our culture because it's embedded in the word.
What did you just say there? Because that's the way I've heard it used.
What?
Well, not mohe, but
Mo.
yeah. Is that the proper way to say it?
Could be. We have to learn, we have to understand, that's what we have to, that's what history means, we need to explore that. And to see what is, through consultation, through understanding, then we would know. Right now, we know that moge is a corrupted version of moe, because of that guttural sound, is taken out. That or, yeah, you know that one, huh? That sounds like a crow, huh? Okay, that was it, but that's the system that you could use when you're working with kids and young people in trying to learn something, and then they will be able to interact with you because you're using the system that they understand. The system that they don't understand is using our listen. They sit, but there will be taking a look.
Supposed to be now the global wage, kiddo.
Yeah, next one up.
Almost spelling on there.
Okay, can you, somebody help us with that? Global wage.
Global wage. Draw Wadamuk. You have it on your thing. I want you to draw.
Global wage.
What does this mean to you? Global wage. Global wage. And then one die in it. I don't want to go back and edit it because I'll have to exit this.
There you go. Kan je spelen right at global wage?
L was a one die. Global wage.
Global wage. Okay.
Global wage. Back the mukla. Global wage.
Global wage.
I want you to draw what it means to you. We're going to do a draw activity. Yeah, on your. You draw it.
Sit in the seat.
Draw what it means to you. Draw what in there? Oh yeah, okay. Names of you got a monkey. Some artistic.
What do those people?
I'm glad you do. Why is it something? You put them all up just some.
I love you.
Oh, okay. Someone.
That's
Oh,
another word we
artistic
could
autistic
explore.
now. Artistic. Ooh, you got your color in it, Blano. Remember to
Is
submit.
that what it means to you?
Submit.
You can write too what it means to you.
Oh.
Not, you can draw it or write it or.
You can make a mural. You can even go Google and capture a picture.
Did you put it something down? Yeah.
Oh, look at that. What color are we at?
That's a gold star.
I didn't put names on there. You can't see.
Alita did that.
Really? See who's all in
Of course,
the
yeah.
class.
So you're familiar with this technology, eh?
I haven't used this, but I used the
But you can use some of the
Oh, get it, go, wow.
You find the straw with a fish.
So when's sorry,
Yeah,
Oh,
just,
I got you.
okay, most of you guys are just set as an image. You just place an image. So we're going to look at the word, how, what is it that it teaches you? Life skills, assist you, help you, what's it telling you? What's the word telling you? Kulo. But we know that the difference between those things is its character. It's the character of that and the character of the other one are two entirely different.
Oh, che canale quando la coppina.
Oh yeah.
Ah, non devo vedere, lo coppina siamo due, ma quello
Not to offend anybody, but we just use that word to
must help them.
look a little much deeper in the language, in how we say things and how we understand things. How do we understand the Mi'kmaq language?
Me doing that? Trust, help. Trust them, I help.
That's yeah.
I won't tell you who drew that, but I think that person's on the right track.
never say that. Okay, we have one that's with a statement. Because that word is a statement. Remember I said the word is statement, make a statement? Every word is not a word, it's a statement. And this one says trust, help them. How do you see that in the word glory? Huh? Okay.
You know what growth means?
Yeah. Maybe it's corrupt. That word glory could be corrupt. Okay. Let's look at this language. Okay. What is it? What is it to our people? Star, yeah. What do you use them for?
Direction.
Yes. Does it ever change?
No?
No. And if I never change in my statement, and if I always told you that the truth, I'll be always telling you the truth. So one thing we know, that the stars never lie. Always tell the truth. If you follow them, they'll always lead you to the truth. If you want to go a certain place, you follow it, it'll lead you. Never deviate. Always be truthful. All right?
How do you say that?
How do you say that? Always truthful. If I ask you, is
Not
that
to
the
lie.
truth? How would you say it?
Not to lie.
Think of Klokovic, Nasik. Don't think of what he just
Eh?
said.
Is that the truth?
Shine. So,
Huh? Ain't that, is that the truth?
somebody's gonna come up.
How would you say it, Carlo? How would you say it, Anita?
Delia?
So,
Around there, but it's not really, talking, we're not really, nothing similar with the star, what we're saying, Glowwood, Delia, two different, let's use the word, same word,
The truthful ones?
huh?
The truthful ones? The ones who are trusted? The truthful one? The one
Yeah,
that can be
truthful one,
trusted?
yeah, how do you say, Biblimlanin, how do you say it, is that the truth? Get, transfer what?
Get
Get
low.
Get low.
Get low.
Okay, so if we look at that word, get low, that would give that distinct and descriptive. But Glowwood does not do that. So somewhere, maybe that was corrupted, it's Elias. But I'm just showing you something.
It is still corrupted when you say glow. That's what you say glow. It's a greedy person.
Yes, but that's not the attribute of a star.
What
The
is
star
that?
doesn't have those attributes because it's not greedy, it doesn't like you, it's always truthful. That means far away. Allah, long away,
Wouldn't it be,
little one.
yeah, what's called like a human being?
Yeah.
Get
The
low.
book there wage,
Yeah.
to go away, instead of.
Yeah, but when I wear mo kapalas mo ang alas sa glow.
Get
So
low.
get low maybe somewhat, but I'm just using that as an example. It's Elias, yeah. That's all I'm trying to do. It's Elias. Not I'm just contributing to a language that is seemingly not, well, maybe going down, and we need to revive it. We need to be right on it so that the children will learn from a solid base, not moge, it's not stony joke, it's not. Because the good one, moge power mo of course, and mga power ko video. So we need now what you say ang kasama ni Jawad Gol. Pugok ko na. Elias. But the thing that I'm mostly interested is that the elders and the school system and the teachers can use tools to help understand and fix some of the corruption that's there and help them. And one of them is to practice that federal side. Because that's where about 50% of it, I think that's just my opinion, because at the beginning, I just said that's my opinion. Can you think of a word that may be used today that is corrupt? Gaydom. No.
That doesn't exist in.
Huh?
Give me a word now, don't look. Kapesa?
Yeah.
Smells.
Okay, give me another word and then we'll try this activity.
Sit simply, never mind about Pesach, because it just says it stops snowing. That's the time and date in it. Date. That's how they determine. Huh? That's one of the words that they've created along with the Winjadiama of Anjousa Vegan. Different things, because these things were brought in. Stuff like that did not exist. There are many, many words that could be explored and looked at and see in which, like we look at Sigur, and they're used there. So if we look at the Sisi, somewhere, and the whole characteristics of that is that these are made in, and then a lot of times that the old people, the old language, they used to use the word Nsisibil. And you've heard that, many of us heard that. And that's no longer used. Go in your elevator. Nidab, Nidabes, Nigomaj. One time I met an old man and he said he was really, really frustrated with this young boy's grandson or something. And he said to me, and I think that they had a language, a second language that they could only pick up immediately. They would understand, but the young people would not understand, and that's exactly what's happening to the younger people. They don't pick up, they don't understand correctly. So they Kelusim Kulbal, what am I saying?
Literal translate those.
Kelusim Nalbal. Huh? Kelusim here. Puga koi delban meva nutka. Kama se. You're Mujik Sedimo. Kadilwa Mujik Sedimo Sedwara. So these guys were Delwa Pilway, but they were really good at that. Okay, I think now we begin to look at the how helpful is this using the AirPod and interaction and looking at words as statements rather than working with words as words. Because if you want to ask what the word for this, you're going to get 3 or 4 words, get it? Okay, let me do also that's the one I presented last year. Hey, moved about
2 years ago, really.
2 years
We
ago.
got it last year.
Yeah.
Let's go to a few words. We did again. Let it.
You know, then we talked a little bit about a rabbit, I'm coming away, rabbit. Up on a raccoon, you know, that we do big buses. But really, more, I want to more pigaish, not what he did. Come and never more kissel got a close one than what a look at. When a book of koi pile, there is a lot of new words that the young people are asking, and they want to find out how do you say that, and we try to help. But they themselves are more than likely they would be able to do that themselves. They would be, because that's their work, and they would be able to give a name to whatever they're trying to, by understanding the foundation of the language, that is descriptive and distinctive, and it says use a word that only means that and nothing else, and they could
Spell it literally.
Yeah, remote. Remote control. Got taking. Got taking.
doesn't mean anything else. We below way more.
Got taking. It's by itself. It's remote. It's like a remote location.
Will it raspberry mechanic?
With a raspberry.
Kalidado. But if you look at the two words, they're distinctive. Okay, we know that Kalida simply is that Nanan speak, but what is Kalida? Okay, Aduam Kumin is the berry that grows in sand, right? No, they were just not going to work on that. One time, and I didn't know, I'm a very because I'm coming to work again for me, which we are here. I'm coming to here, right? I'm coming to me, hey, la la, it's a problem. I will give me. Tell them, who not going to be money to keep. And then you go to the Delaware, that will go, yeah. And then you got in, and then the Delaware, and they'll tell up to the day. Now, we are getting to come to the list of history. So, now they were just cut to the history. Now, I'm spending more cut to move for the Delaware, and Delaware, you take a kind of history. Because you do my history, and Delaware.
It's just a lot of work.
Mọi gì sao vậy? Mình mà ở kia.
But we school them all, you know, this Kejiduk language, Migamawe, distinctive and descriptive. I'm come here, I Amal Chigwach. Talawi to Amal Chigwach. Palazay to Raccoon, Koyu Chigwach, Louis to Amal Chigwach. Tell an Amichkan. It's now Amaladun Ko, yeah? Amalwigas, you know it. Okay, go to Raccoon. Go with Gluan, Amal Chigwich. Huh?
No, the darkness around the eye, isn't it?
Around the eye. Okay, Modelo Kamal Pugi. Because we're wrong with the eyes. Modelo so bad, so bet you were there. You know? So Amalchigwe simply means decorated eyes. All we got to go put it on. Okay.
Wanna try this one? This one, let it know, Jim. Look at us now.
Malaysia, they talk differently.
Have it.
Che ma ricordi ne cosa vanno? La luce.
No answers on this
Then
one.
mona dog is a agasieva, no? It's an English word. Kada la luce al noi. Huh?
When Julia, now what you on a big mom?
La luce?
Big mom.
Big Ma, uga si. Uga.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Kasi nga, uga nakat mo rin.
La luce. La luce. So get away, distinctive, descriptive.
We did, there you go.
Huh?
It goes home or something?
Which part says goes home? Huh? El means so Uj is a small, the small one, the little one that takes you, that goes home.
The one that takes you home.
So it's very descriptive because that's the character of a dog. Gamma titik, lala say, New Brunswick, Ullamood, probably haven't been of that in time. We know that.
Homer Bounty. Shadow.
Kaya money ko rin na, kaya siya kagaya. Mena sa kasi. Mena sa. Okay, later. One na root. Mumi mejo.
Beju.
Beju. Dagis Lewis is not Beju. Kaya ka ito na dagis Lewis ito ba? Beju.
It's always around or something.
Oops, I said it.
Dalawa net.
You?
Peggy sing kwan kiwa dalawa.
Oh, Biggie Sing.
Peggy sing dalawa net.
Picture.
Beju. Koi kalwat lo Beju.
Beju.
Beju. Yeah.
Sure.
Dan die wetleen maar in de hasfeer voor het mooi om te doen en Peggy sing en dan mee de wetleen het Beju. The one that comes. Beju. Yeah, Beju mooi om te doen psito. Beju. Nou, sometimes I go I wish to watch it now. Peggy sing from put helemaal weer daar in Beju.
He's got this up.
Kappes av, kattemor, baptism. Baptism. Could be
Could be a wolf or a coyote, depending on.
Kejur, every wolf is species. They have a characteristics of description. They have the same characteristics. Okay. Back to go what? Well, Kejur, we know that the coyote, when there's one, I think I have an idea. If one is howling over there, and then you hear it over there as if it was an ape or to go on. So that's the one that does that. I was used to one baptism, the one that does that.
The echoes.
The one that echoes. Every day, but I keep the lot of the coyote up wolf.
But now we're going to you know, take off to the good, the blue,
Kalau mau je sampai lah, ulu ke tapi lu aja, kalau siapa yang nanti mau haul lebih. So, I think the idea is to be able, enable the school is way of some kind of a mechanic, some kind of a tool, dan kisi kepada abang mati senulai bersama aji sukulagan bukan buat mai kisah Oh, yeah, I'm not in.
Yeah, I only want to, I could share it.
When,
Are you gonna share?
how do we
You know what it's on?
set the standard?
Website.
They'll set a lot of standard, det var ju nu
That's through consultation. Men kom, det är ju där oj. Grenada way kubat, when you right? Except the word room when you as to mean car and it's French moves. But it's acceptable. KG to Nige. When GDM is a domestic car. Translated literally French moves. But acceptable order. When you is a beggar. When you will walk. That's how, you know. Although, so true women are acceptable. So same thing you sir. It will do this good work on them and acceptable to each women.
That's what I mean about that's standard. For this one doesn't know, let's say 25 years time. And the STD was Ozy. Now they know when he was
Siamo parliament out there. No, whatever it was. Siamo parliament. The Polish parliament. So instead of small parliament, they more way. Gino was not long. One clara anche da go ici. One clara anche da go ici. Che momenti di sole. Mo visibile more.
Education.
Huh? Che io non mal. Mal Sunawe, Mali Punch, Mali. Got away from Clue. Come away. In 3 years, in Darrell, nothing said me, it's been on a gobble, but it's a little bit there. It's a clue and bell, it's a pretty video. Makakawido. Well, okay, can you do kind of big time where I just develop a language. It takes like 2,000 years to develop a dialect, not a language. So if a language is separated from another language and they develop their own language, they eventually develop their own language. And that's what happened. Basmikwadi, Penobscot, Naskapi, Malese, you know, Montagnier, Akin. Donc c'est une affaire de l'échouti. Except Dakoy, Swallow, Montagnier, Naskapi, Basmikwadi, Umset, to Wallace, to record the Wallace, and Levisto, to Swallow, to Bawadun, so what is that? How much banana would you start giving? Oh, it's a video in Pocahontas. The letters are way over night, way in the night. I letters about way over Pinaway, either pictoglyphs in hieroglyphs. Way over, but when I do, let me do no day, Katie do not tell me. More Kadu below. Okay, but you are the KG on television. So now they'll take a night. Tell me, you know something okay? Picture clips.
Which we guys in?
Yeah. Kick on the disco. Disco when you get where me did a free. Where me did after bit minute, you know, all the day. Where me did never more. I'm a guest on the first one. No, never more. Picture clips, arrow clips, same thing. King of the West Coast move them. Exactly same. On this, we got this. Everybody must talk like that. They keep killing me. Well, never more. No, how does you? You know. Tell me that we scored them, but not we technology up here. Up not called it this to me, I did way me. Where move them, at least I scored them on 50% attraction rate, 60. But nigga, you see where. It would get into another meeting, but you know, when we tell them redneck. Up a day do it, I got them at a first school meeting. But name of Ma. No, don't part of they put lodging and then people are like, you got a problem. Can you do it?